Once upon a time, there was some sand. And some water. And more sand. And there was a girl. She was very, very lovely, and she loved the beach. She loved to jump around and dance like crazy. And she liked to play in the sand. But one day, she discovered something. It was in the sand. And she dug and dug and dug and dug until she found something she could discover. And it was more sand! It was amazing. She was such a happy girl. She loved sand so much. But she was lonely. The sand could not fulfill her needs and desires. So she called out, "Is there anyone out there? Will anybody be my friend?" She looked out to the water, saw no one. She looked down to the sand, saw no one. She looked over to the boardwalk, saw no one. And so she started crying, hoping against hope that somehow someone named Elizabeth would come and be her friend. So she crawled towards the boardwalk where she spotted somebody who threw sand at her. And that made her feel slightly more fulfilled, but not enough. So she kept creeping and crawling towards the boardwalk, hoping against hope that this strange girl named Elizabeth, whose birthday it was that day, would be her friend. Her special friend. She gave her more sand. She was so excited! This girl was so excited to have a sand-giving friend. Whose birthday it was that day. The girl whose birthday it was that day was very generous with her sand. She loved to dig it up for her friend and pass it off to the other girl, and oh, how they loved to share their sand. It was amazing. But the girl was not satisfied with just exchanging sand. She wanted a friend to dance with her. So she begged, "Please, Elizabeth, come dance with me. Give me more than just your sand. Give me your friendship. Give me your hand." And Elizabeth just kept giving sand to her. And her hand, she gave her hand. It was so amazing. They could go off and go dancing together. The music was terrible because they had no radio. But it was, well, they could dance to it. They were very special friends. They loved to play together in the sand. They loved to throw sand at each other and have sand fights, but they needed another friend. And lo and behold, along came Kat. And how they loved each other. But where did Elizabeth go? Kat needs a friend named Elizabeth too.
You said hip hop and yeah.
And so they started to dance because they were so excited to have each other, but they were way too far apart for me to get all of them on film together. Okay, there we go. So they danced. Ba-dum bum bum, 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And the girl, whose name was Leslie but had never been mentioned before that was her name, helped up Kat, the new friend. And they played in the sand some more and danced around in circles because they were crazy. They were so special. And this was their amazing adventure at the beach. The end.